Okay, are you guys okay so far?
Yes, Putri.
Okay, let me take it from here. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Last time we discussed, right? The difference between on-premises server, and cloud servers. On-premises servers, we have to take care of all this hardware and the buildings to host the servers, hardware, software, and maintenance, and the staff to maintain all these infrastructure. That is on-premises server in the building on-premises. Cloud is these cloud providers like Azure, AWS, or Oracle Cloud. They maintain everything for us. They have their own buildings. They maintain their own hardware and software upgrades, and they maintain their own staffs, powering, cooling, everything. They do all of them. But what they do, they host this service on they sell this product as a application, like any web application. So just what we do, we don't have to deal with all those inner details. Just we keep using it. It's just like a Google. When we use Google Mail, you don't care about anything. Just you send a mail. That's it. But behind the scene, the Google Mail, Gmail, or Facebook, or YouTube. Those are applications. They need to run on a server. The server needs to have a certain capacity and certain capacity, and like a filters. Make sure that uh, they filter out all the malicious software or unwanted softwares, right? So there are a lot of details in between. There are a lot of details behind. But do we really care? We don't care, right? When we post the picture, just we post the picture on Facebook. That's why we don't care. Behind the details, somebody else will take care for us, right? The Facebook takes care of us. So we don't care where they host this application, which country they host the application. What we really care is we post something and we want to see it relatively reasonable time. If it takes like forever also, it takes like minutes or something also, we will say that, application is super slow, right? So only we care about just operating that. So cloud is like that. Cloud also, somebody else will take care of all those hardware details. And we just play with the software, like an application. Like we play with Facebook, YouTube, or Google Mail, Gmail. So just we play with that one. It's so easy actually. If you think like that, earlier we used to worry about all those hardware details, but now we don't have to worry about it. Just they give a package and we play with that. That's it. So here the difference actually, a quick difference. You can see that on premises application, we have to see managed by you. What we manage? Applications, we manage the networking, we manage the storage, servers, virtualization, operating system, middleware, runtime, data, and application. We are responsible for all of this. On-premises means we are responsible for all of it. But here, IaaS, this means infrastructure as a service. So somebody will take care of certain things for us. So here, see, infrastructure, somebody takes care of networking for us. Somebody takes care of storage for us, servers for us, virtualization for us. Somebody takes care of them, like AWS, Azure, or Oracle. They takes care of all of them. So operating system, that's entirely up to us. We want to have a Windows or Linux, that is entirely up to us. So whatever we want to have it, we will have it. And middleware, runtime data applications. That is called infrastructure as a service. If somebody is selling infrastructure as a service, so they're selling it as a package. So we don't have to worry about it. Next level is platform as a service. Platform as a service, in addition to network, storage, server, virtualization, even operating system, middleware, and runtime also we don't have to worry about it. So they are providing as a platform as a service. It's like a package. If you don't buy the package, then you do it yourself, right? If you buy package one, it's like less slab, right? Then they will provide certain things and you take care of certain things. But there is a better one, like a platform as a service. They will provide more services and you are responsible for limited services. The third one is a SaaS. SaaS is a software as a solution. Software as a service. Everything is a service. They sell everything as a service. This is like a better package. They handle everything for us. So I work with a company. So the company provides software as a solution. So there are like a lot of retail companies are there. So these people provide software as a solution. So the retail companies, see for example, Macy's. If somebody operates Macy's business, they don't have to worry about IT needs because Macy's is not an IT company. Macy's is a, apparel, clothes, jewelry, merchandise, right? So their focus is their merchandise. It's not an IT company. Then what they do, I'm throwing an example, right? Somebody comes up and say that, hey, Macy's, just you guys focus on your business, and we will take care of all of your IT needs. So whatever all the IT needs, infrastructure, everything, we will provide as a package. Only thing you have to do, every year you pay us this much money, and we will explain why we are charging that money also. It's not like blindly, hey guys, give me like $500 million. It won't work, right? So they will explain why they are charging that much money. And if Macy's ask for more, hey guys, somehow my application is slow and holiday season is coming up, Thanksgiving, so you have to speed it up. Then these people, the company, IT company will say that, hey, definitely we can do that, but we need more servers. We need to invest more resources, and we need more people. So instead of 500K, $500,000, $500 million, I'm throwing some example actually. So we need more money for that, because we need to put extra resources. But you pay the money. You don't worry about it. You pay the money, and we will take care of everything for us. So Macy's just focus on their work. Or else if the Macy's has to take care of everything, forget about their business. First of all, they have to worry about, maintaining buildings, data centers, servers, and networking issues. If something happens, they have to leave their main business, and they end up, doing this repair work, IT work. Is it wise? No, right? Nowadays in market scenarios, if somebody is an expert is in IT, they take care of your IT needs, and you just focus on your main business. It's like a banking. If you tie up with the banking people will take care of your banking needs. We don't have to again learning all the banking fundamentals and starting financing things, right? Then we will lose our track. Instead of our business, we get distracted somewhere, right? So that is the beauty of this infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. So this is on premises. Again, summary, we are all responsible. Infrastructure as services, they provided infrastructure as a package, and we are responsible for the remaining. And platform as a services, on top of infrastructure, they provide operating system, middleware, and runtime. And we are responsible for applications and data. And the software as a service, they provide everything, and we give money. That's it. So how beauty it is. See, now everything is available in the market. Unlike in the old times, now everything is available in the market. Only thing is what we need, what we can handle, and what is our business mode. Okay. The next one is, so it's, see, when I talk about cloud, right? When I talk about cloud, you compare it in your mind with Facebook or YouTube, or Gmail. Okay. So that's why things will be clear. For example, see, cloud infrastructure front end, internet, and management, application services, storage, everything. This is all backend. See, the cloud also like a Gmail. Like we use a Gmail, we open a portal and we start playing with that. Or we open a Facebook account and we start playing with that. Or YouTube, same thing, right? So how we connect to the services? Through internet, right? Everything is through internet. So internet is a very important, right? We connect to everything to internet. So behind the scene, backend, as we discuss, all these things will be hidden from us because we don't have to know that. This is called abstraction. We don't have to know each and every single detail. So our exposure pretty much is a front end. Whatever the application provide us an interface, we play with that one. Just like our Facebook or Gmail, or we keep repeating the same words again and again. By the time we finish this class, you will get a very clear clarity. Okay. If you don't get anything, if you don't understand something, don't worry. So just, we will get there. Okay. And it's a better picture. I compared to this picture, this is even, it explains more. See, everything is hidden. Monitoring, content, collaboration, applications, platform, infrastructure, everything hidden from us. So they provide as a software as a solution, as a service, software as a service. So we can connect to these applications like Facebook or YouTube or Gmail, right? Phones, laptops, servers, desktops, tablets. We can access through any channel as long as they connect to the internet, because everything is run on internet. But definitely, friends, don't think that everything happens on fly. Definitely, they need servers. Definitely, they need all the infrastructure, networking, servers, security. Definitely, they need. But somebody else will take care of that so that we don't have to worry about it. And somebody else takes care of them somewhere else, not in our home, not in our building, not in our data center. So that, we don't have to worry about it. If there is a fire accident happen somewhere, definitely not in our home. It happens somewhere. Okay. Somebody takes care of it. So that's why only thing we have to take care of is paying their bills. It's like utilities. What we care, we just pay what we use, right? We don't worry about so many details, how they make the electricity, how they transfer, or the gas. We don't worry about it, where they dig it, how they transport that, right? We just use it and pay it. That's it. So cloud computing architecture, again, you can see that servers, virtual desktop, software platform, applications, this is all cloud computing. So this is all the whatever the cloud form, right? The circle encircling it, that is the abstraction for us. Just it will provide us mobile, laptop, printer, desktop. This is all internet. Through internet, we will connect this and we will use it. Is it okay so far? Somebody just say yes, then I will proceed further.
Yes, brother.
Other than Joseph and sister. Joseph and sister has very good knowledge on all these topics. Anybody else? Grace, sister, are you okay?
Yes, brother.
Okay, let's proceed further. Okay, good. Yeah, we will repeat this concept again. This is just nothing. Okay. Yeah, we talk about it. There are multiple service providers in the market, and predominantly the biggest service provider is AWS, Amazon Web Services, and Azure is catching up. Azure is a Microsoft company. It is catching up, and then Google provider is there. Oracle is there. Salesforce also provide. There are a lot of cloud providers. Actually, these are the major providers, but there are like a lot of cloud providers nowadays. We will deal with them. Yeah, this is just a theory. Okay. So what is a cloud introduction? As we discuss, whenever we think about cloud, just think about Gmail or, Dropbox or OneDrive. That's where we can share our files, right? And video sharing services like YouTube and social platform like Facebook. Okay. These examples you put in your mind. When I talk about cloud, don't worry about it. Just think about that. Okay. Okay. So these are the basic examples. Okay. Bizlab. Yeah, I told you already. Here. So I recommend you guys to go first create a free account, then we will see. Sometimes they give the coupon, so one lesson, one module comes for 10 bucks, $10, $10, $10, $30 or something. Okay, we will deal with that later. First create open account, please. Okay, we already discussed this one. Okay, I will share these slides, don't worry. And if you have any questions also, we can discuss. Okay, what is the cloud introduction? Cloud computing. Ability to harness the power of computing on the internet. See, I told you, right? Internet is like really the biggest, that is the main piece, right? Everything goes over the internet, and it's over the internet, easily available, correct? Allows you to use a variety of resources, little or no initial investment. I told you, you don't have to rent a building or construct a building, and you don't have to, buy the hardware, networking. You don't have to invest any money. Just thing is, you take the service subscription, just like YouTube has a Prime, right? Like a subscription. Just you take the subscription, keep using it, and you pay the money based on your usage. You use more, you pay more. You use less, you pay less. And if you don't use, also you end up paying some, because there are some basic service people will run it. Allows you to use a variety of resources, little or no initial investment. Flex. I told you, right? There might be little investment here and there, but it's pretty much like some basic services, whatever we run. Flexible. Use whenever you want. I told you, whenever we use the cloud. So for example, Macy's, before holidays, right? Before holidays, they need to scale it up, increase all the system resources. So if it is like hardware world, what they have to do? They have to lease or construct a bigger building and purchase a lot of hardware, infrastructure, network, and hire a lot of people. After holidays, what happened? Everything again scale down. So the building, what they will do? Bigger building. So that is so a lot of hardware they purchase it. After holidays, it will be useless, right? Again, they have to wait until next year. And manpower also. If they want to hire people only for the holidays, I don't think IT resources are available like that. People look for minimum 1 year, 2 years projects. If somebody say, oh, we are hiring you only for this 3 months project, I don't think so. In this current market trends, nobody is available there. They won't get many resources. That is a before non-cloud. But cloud, what they can do? Cloud, they will contact the cloud providers. They can say, hey guys, we need more servers. They're like, no problem. They will provide it actually. So Macy's doesn't have to worry about it. They don't have to maintain any buildings, power, whatever, etc. Right? Just they have to spin more servers, or they have to request for more servers, and they pay for the servers. After the holiday season is over, and they will say that, hey guys, our load is over, and we don't need 100 servers. Let us get down to 25 servers, like our regular load. So they reduce the servers and they pay the money only for the 25 servers, not for the 100 servers. So flexible. This is so flexible. That is called, there is a term called scale up and scale down. Scale up mean whenever you want to increase, you can increase it. Whenever you want to decrease, you will decrease it. So it's like a, like any utility. See, if you guys notice it, right? The electricity uses in summer is high, right? Because we use all the fans and etc. Right? The electricity uses in winter is less because we use electricity less, but we use gas. So let us take about only electricity like that. So do we have to install any extra hardware or put some cables, etc.? No, just we'll keep using it and we'll pay it accordingly. So this is also same. So flexible, very good actually. So once you know these concepts, you will really enjoy it actually. Okay. What is cloud? Cloud platform is like Amazon Web Services. We already discussed that. You have the ability to create a virtual server on the internet. I told you, internet is really important piece of this puzzle. And you don't need to manage aspects such as the physical servers, networking, cooling, physical security. Nah, we don't have to worry about it. You don't need to make any initial investment. Of course, we don't lease a building, etc. Right? No initial investment. You only pay for what you use. It is like a utility, like any other utility. What is the Amazon Web Services introduction? Amazon Web Services on-demand cloud computing, subsidiary of Amazon, and the largest cloud service platform. This one also we discussed it actually. I told you right earlier. So there are in the market, there are Amazon is there, Azure is there, Google is there. I mean Google cloud platforms are there, Oracle is there, Salesforce. There are a lot of players in the market. But Amazon Web Services predominantly it is like it has like more than 50% of the market share. Only AWS itself. The remaining people they share the remaining 50%. Even AWS is more than 50%, but I'm saying that he is the major player. It's the major player. So on-demand cloud computing and subsidiary of Amazon. This is a company of Amazon, right? Told right? Largest cloud service platform. We have to discuss actually. Okay. What is the okay? So services, AWS in the AWS Amazon Web Services, it has a lot of services. Elastic Compute Cloud. Don't worry about all of them. We will keep visiting again and again. Simple storage services, relational database, virtual private network. Hey guys, if any application, web applications, any application, not only cloud, anywhere. So if you do any applications, right? For example, Macy's application, any application, there are some basic blocks are there. One is like, front end. That's where we see the website. That's where we order the stuff, purchase it, return it, whatever it is, right? That is the front end. Generally, the applications run on a server. So we need a server and application. And behind that, whatever transactions we need, whatever transactions we do, somebody has to keep track of them, save them, store them. For that one, we need a database. And virtual private cloud. Virtual private cloud is like networking. Networking means, see, the more and more our applications become complex, our application needs to interact with several other applications or several other components. So what happened, there is a concept called networking. So we will allow only certain parties communicate with each other. Because if you keep it like everything is open traffic, right? What will happen? There is a possibility of somebody hacker, somebody hit our system with this, a virus program or ransomware, or there are a lot of bad players in the market, right? So that's why networking is very important. Networking only you allow certain people, authorized people, only access your application. So for that one, there is a certifications, there is a networking, there is a big concepts actually. Let's not worry about all of them. Okay. But you always think about it. Elastic Compute Cloud. It is called EC2. EC2 is like a kind of servers. Elastic Compute Cloud, EC2 abbreviation, right? EC2 mean Elastic Compute Cloud. Elastic Compute Cloud mean it is servers, basically servers. And simple storage service. What happened? If you access any web page, right? If you access any web page, there are a lot of parts in the web page actually. It's not as simple as, for example, Facebook. When you store any data, save the pictures, right? What will happen? Not everything store on the main server. There are a lot of simple storage services are there, like our pictures, our images. They all need to be, our attachments, or videos. They all need to be stored somewhere else. Not only stored, whenever we need it, they need to come in the very neat, clean order. So that's why there is like a lot of storage services and relational databases and virtual private network. So these four are main concepts. Okay, Elastic Compute Cloud, simple storage services, relational database services, and virtual private cloud. Okay, we will discuss them later. Don't worry about it. We will get there. Okay. No. So there is another thing called Amazon offers a free tier, and there we can open a free account, 12 months free, and it will give you like EC2 750 hours. Amazon gives like certain S3 bucket. We will discuss later, and RDS, it's like relational database. So it provides like certain things. So generally, many people encourage people to open like a 1 year Amazon account and play with Amazon Web Services. But recently, I encountered a problem actually. So inadvertently, if you leave any service running, right, so they will charge us. If you don't notice it, right, after 12 months, they will start charging money. So I did not notice that. Before they noticed that, they charge me like almost like 7-8 months of $35 every month. So it's a lot of money. So I decided not to use anything. And I will tell you why I started liking VizLab. VizLab has some simulators. I will explain what is the simulators also. Okay. Yeah. But if anybody wants to try a little bit, go for this 12 months free. Free mean it doesn't mean that we can do everything like a free. They will give you like a certain number of, as you see that, right, 750 hours, this much. So within these limits, we can use it as a free. But most of the services are free. That should be good enough as a beginner to explore. Okay, that's entirely up to you. But I rather prefer to go and play with my VizLab. But I have a Amazon account at work, so I can get some hands on Amazon. Okay, that's entirely up to you guys. Okay, so now let us discuss a few more concepts now before we do one. Okay, at the end of the once let me finish all this theory, then we will do some hands-on exercise. Okay. Okay, so there are three concepts actually. Let's discuss. One is like a data center. One is a data center. Second thing is availability zone, data center availability zone, and third thing is Azure. I mean region, not Azure, region. So three concepts again: data center, high availability zone, and third thing is a region. Data center, high availability zone, and region. Let us discuss it. Data center is, let us think like it's a big building. A data center is a big building in, for example, outside of Raleigh or Charlotte or Atlanta, a very big building. The building has a lot of servers. It hosts a lot of servers, a lot of networking, fiber optics, etc. Okay, so it is a standalone place where it maintains a lot of servers. That is called data centers. The data centers has a uninterrupted power supply. In any case, they have like a backup of power supply, and it's like very sophisticated. Make sure that generally whenever they build a data center, they make sure that it is safe from um, flooding, earthquakes, etc. They take humanly possible way of doing a good job, right? That is a data center. So data center always think like an individual building somewhere randomly. Okay, high availability zone mean it is a combination of one or two data centers, which operates individually. So for example, in the Raleigh, there is a data center A, there is another data center B in Charlotte, or maybe in the Raleigh data center A, there is another data center, not exactly next to each other, but somewhere. If it is north, that is south. Let us think like both are apart from like 50 miles or something, or 40 miles. So A and B. So those are two data centers. High availability zone mean high availability zone is it's a definition. Raleigh is a high availability zone which has one or two individually operating data centers. If Raleigh has like a data center A, data center B, those are which are totally individual, they operate. That is called high availability. What is high availability? If something happen on data center A, the business won't shut down because still there is a data center B is available. That's why in the high availability definition, they do not consider two data centers if they are next to each other. If there is a fire hazard, both will be gone. If there is an earthquake, both will be gone. If there is a flooding, both will be gone. So then the high availability definition is wrong. High availability means it should be available irrespective of whatever the situation. That's why what they do, either one data center or two data center, but individual data center, individual operating, preferably apart, not immediately next to each other. That is high availability zone. So why I'm telling, some applications, they don't care. Even the application is down for a while, they don't care. But for some applications, they cannot, because their business will be gone if application is down. For example, banking application. Can we think about a banking application down for a long time? Because these are all financial, very sensitive transactions, right? Or a hospital system. Can we take it easy if your hospital system is down, right? Because it has all the vital info, right? It's a playing, yeah, life and death situation, right? So that's why some applications, they say we don't care, we will pay extra money, but make sure that our application is hosted on the high availability zone. That means their application is hosted in more than one data center. If something goes wrong in one data center, one building, but still they're okay, their application is on the second data center. But how it happens between data center mean there is a synchronization. Whatever application we host on the data center one and the data center two, there is a mechanism. There will be synchronization. Whatever we do hit here, it will reflect there. So that's why even though we lose at one place, but there is a guarantee that there is another place. You got it? That is like high availability. Make sure that our application is always available, irrespective of any natural or any phenomena. Okay, that is a high availability. So there is something called region. Region has one or more high availability zones. There are multiple regions. I will tell you next slides will explain better. Here it is. Okay, here region mean one or more high availability zones. That is called region. Like for example, North American region, North America, Virginia region, maybe Virginia one availability zone, Raleigh another, Charlotte another one, like that. It has like more than one availability zone. Again, one availability zone is one or more individual data centers. So top to bottom, region has a multiple high availability zones. And again, high availability has a one or more data centers. Okay. Okay, so these are the regions. There are a lot of regions, they keep increasing. Okay, so region numbers available. So there are 3 regions here, there are multiple regions here, there are regions here, there is another region in India, and there are a lot of regions. The regions has a one or more, one or two high availability zone. High availability zone has a one or two data centers. Okay, okay, so we will revisit them. Okay, first get it as much as you can. Okay, okay, so always think about data center, high availability, and a region, top to bottom. Sorry, bottom to top, top to bottom, region, high availability zone, and data center. Okay, there are like multiple regions. You see that, right? North America is called North American region, and whatever in the Europe and Europe and Africa, that is called EMEA. That is called EMEA region. People generally call it like EMEA region. And whatever in this region, like India and etc., right? Australia, that is called APAC region, like Asia and Pacific region. That is called APAC region. That is called APAC region. This is called EMEA, EMEA, Europe and Middle East region. And this is a North American region, NA. Okay, so you see that, right? West, US West, China, Europe. There are like different regions. New region. There are new regions are coming up actually, because as a cloud adaptability or cloud usage is growing really fast, right? So more and more people are adapting clouds. That's why more regions are coming up, because we need more hardware, we need more data centers, high availability zones and regions. Okay, so I'm not surprised. So more and more regions will come up in the future. Okay, so before questions, let's do one thing. Let's do one exercise. Okay, let me open my account. Simple exercise. Let us do that simple exercise. Okay. I don't know if you can see my screen. Can you guys see my VisiLab screen? Yes, no?
Yes, we can see, brother.
You can see the VisiLab screen. Thank you, sis. Yeah. Okay, if you see that, right? Okay, I cover pretty much like, all these 2 lessons. Go through them whenever you have this course. And what is cloud, Amazon Web Services, etc. So we discuss the same thing actually. Now we are going to do this exercise. Access on AWS console. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay, we are going to do the first exercise. Very easy. Okay, now I'm going to tell you. So there is something called sandbox or simulator. Say, for example, I give you a real life example. If somebody wants to get a pilot training, right? Somebody joins a pilot training. What do? They won't give a real flight. Will they give a real flight and ask them, oh, go and fly? They don't do that, right? What they will do, they will put them in the simulator. Simulator is like just like normal room. They will put in a room, but room has a screen like a cockpit, right? A screen like a cockpit and all the devices and noises and etc. So when you are there, when you put your headset etc. on the screen, whatever visibility, you start feeling like you are really flying a plane, because it will simulate it pretty much like a mimic all the real life scenario. So once the pilots go through like a certain number of hours of training on the this mimic environment, right? So then those people will allow them to follow another pilot on the plane, and they will take it from there. So here also this is same. So here we are not creating a real environment. We are using a simulator. The simulator will create a server for us in the AWS environment. And once we are done with this lab, we will stop the session. So there are 3 steps. First, we start the lab. We will do the exercise, whatever we do. And finally, we will end the sessions. Start, doing, and ending. Okay, 3 steps. That's what we're going to do that. This Visual Lab guys actually internally. This is again another cloud example, Visual Lab. So Visual Lab, whenever we start the lab, they will open a server for us. And we will do our practice and we will close the server. So do we really have to care about it, where this server is, how much power it needs, and how many employees it need? We don't care, right? It's like a service. Just I open a server, I play the server, and close the server. In the real life example, if not the cloud operations, then I might have to purchase a laptop. I have to install all the required softwares. And if the softwares don't match, I have to pull my hair and bang my head against a wall. So these things, right? But in here, we don't have to worry about it. They do everything for us. Just we think is just we play with a few clicks. Start the lab, play around with that, stop the lab. Okay. So this is the beauty of cloud. So cloud examples, we don't have to search around actually. So earlier we might have to, but now we see the cloud operations everywhere, friends. So that's what I was trying to say. Sorry here if I'm talk a little bit more. Okay, here. So this should not take more than 15 minutes. And again, you see region, US East region. I told you, right? There are like multiple regions, and this is US East region. So what are the task details? Just we have to sign on to the AWS Management Console. Just tour around this first exercise and choose a region, validation the lab, and validation the lab. Pretty much like 4 steps. Just we are going to do that. This is a cloud application. Now I'm going to start the lab. I start the lab. See, when I start the lab, it is creating the cloud environment here. It's spinning over. It's creating the cloud environment. So it gives me like 15 minutes. Whenever I'm done with that, what I do? I end the lab. Okay. So it gives the steps also. Tour the AWS console, play around with that regions, check it all the regions. Okay. It gives all the instructions. So now you can see that open a console. That is a AWS cloud console. So let me open the console. Okay, let me do one thing actually, open in a different window so that I have 2 windows to play with. Okay. If you guys are okay, I put them next to each other. Okay. Let me see that. Let me drag both of them. Okay. 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 So what happened, yeah. So we need to provide a login info. So they provide the login info. So that is a user ID and this is a password. Enter the password and sign in. That's it. See, now I'm in a AWS cloud. But this time I went to the AWS cloud environment using VisLab. So VisLab takes care of it. VisLabs will handle everything for me. So I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to worry about their billing, etc. Because I already take the subscription of VisLab. So they take care of it. So that is the beauty of cloud. I don't have to worry about anything except completing my assignment. That's right. I'm going to focus on it. Okay. I know this assignment I did it. So let me close all of it so that we can focus on one screen. Okay, good. Friends, you see it, right? Now I'm in a AWS cloud environment. This is a simulator. Pretty much it's like AWS cloud environment. You don't see any difference actually. You can see my screen, right? Yeah.
Yes, brother.
Good. See, okay, now whatever concepts we learned so far, let's go into experiment a little bit here. I told you about it. Data center, high availability zone, and region. What is the region here? See, there are like multiple regions here. So there's a like a North America, you have multiple regions, Africa region, Asia Pacific, APAC, I told you, right? Asia Pacific, Hong Kong, Jakarta, Mumbai, Osaka, there are like multiple regions, Singapore, Toyota, sorry, Tokyo, Canada, and the Europe region, we have like a Frankfurt, Germany, right? So Ireland, London, Milan, etc., right? Middle East. See, there are like multiple regions. See, and the regions keep growing. See, these are all called regions. What is a region? Region has a one or more high availability zone. What is high availability zone? High availability zone is having like one or more individual data centers, right? Pretty simple. See, this is one exercise too. One of this, he asked us to do explore a little bit of regions. So by default, whoever we work on US, pretty much it point to the NA region, North Virginia actually. By default, we can change it. That's fine. But here it is not. Okay. And this is a user account, whatever account I log in. Simple. Okay. So now we talk about services. I told you Amazon Web Services provided a lot of services. So one of the main services we Elastic Cloud Compute, right? Elastic Cloud Compute means EC2. EC2 is like a server. So one good thing is here the services. If you know what you want, just you type it here EC2, and it will take you to the EC2. EC2 is like a server. To host any web application, we need a server. Instead of a physical server, here we are playing with a virtual server. Virtual server provided by AWS. This is what servers. Now we will play around with server, later on exercise. We will do that. We will do all of them. Okay. Don't worry. But first of all, for this class, our first exercise is play around with all these regions. There are multiple regions we saw. And second thing is services. Click on the services. We see that there are multiple services. And for example, we can navigate any services, but we click on EC2 service. So we go to the EC2 service. That's all. This is the first exercise. And we will play around with them. Don't worry. And we will go deep and even, yeah. I will come up with slides, etc. Yeah. See, there are a lot of things actually. EC2 instances, and let us see the services. S3 bucket is like a S3. There is something called S3 bucket. S3 bucket is for it store the content. See, when you have any website, right, there are two contents actually. One is like a dynamic content. Second thing is a static content. So when you access any websites, it internally it needs to access a lot of pages before it can cater your needs. Before it present you something, internally it has to access several files, etc. So those static files generally we save it in the S3 bucket. Yeah. One thing about Amazon Web Services is their terminology. Few of the words, whatever terminology we use, rest of AWS services and AWS services, the terminology is a little bit different, but concepts are the same. In the outer world, we call it like server, but here we call it like EC2. Okay. Databases also, there are like some peculiar database names for AWS web services. But don't worry about it. Once we know them, right, we don't have to worry about it. Once we know the names, those may be like 10 or 15 names. Once we know them, we know that what we are playing. Okay. So S3, EC2, console, home, CloudWatch, we will discuss all of them one by one. Don't worry. Now, there are a lot of nice features. And one good thing about Amazon is AWS provides a lot of services. In addition to that, there are hundreds of thousands of third parties. They come up with supporting services for Amazon. Sometimes what happens, whatever services Amazon provides, there is a third party services, they provide a better service for Amazon. Because when Amazon does something, right, they will do it like in generic. But the third party, they focus on one particular area, they come up with better solutions. That's why in the real-time job, what you see AWS cloud, but you see some third-party tools. They operate with AWS on certain areas, whatever specialization. If AWS is good on certain feature on 10 scale 7, third party might come up with 10 by 10. Then what we do, we go for the 10 by 10, but it integrates with the AWS. AWS is the main cake, the remaining are just icing. You got it? But there are like hundreds of thousands of, even now, a lot of companies, they work to provide some supporting tools for AWS to make the job even better, efficient. But AWS is the main, that's the main piece in the story. Okay, so we are good with that. We navigate to the portal, and that's why don't worry about it. Okay, see here it is. I think I accidentally changed it to the location. That's why it say that I don't have the permission. That's good. I don't worry about it because it's a simulator. I don't have to worry about it. If it is like real AWS environment, even that is a free account, I might have to worry a little bit because they might charge me. Here I don't worry about charging because it's a simulator. I already take the 1 year subscription, right? Okay, I sign out. Okay, I log into the console, I sign out. So once I'm done with that, let me see where I am. VisLab, go to the VisLab page. I will explain what I did also. I summarize, okay? Don't worry if I'm going rather fast. Okay, so this is where I am, right? I go to this video course and cloud and console. I started. Do you want to practice the lab session? Yes, okay. Or is my session still there? Okay, yeah, see, still my session is going on. You remember they gave me like 15 minutes. Still I am left with 6 minutes actually. So our exercise is like, open the console. We did that. Username, login, passwords, etc. We did that. And to tour it, yes, we did that. And we see the region, yes. And you remember in the search actually I type EC2. It listed out all the EC2, etc. Right? So that's what it did. We done it. And to choose a region, you remember North Virginia to global. Actually, we tried that. It said that I don't have permission, but actually I tried, right? That's it. Validate the test. Yeah. Once you are done with all of them, just you validate that one. Make sure that you are completed the test. Now let us see. Its system automatically checks what I did, what I supposed to do. Lab validation status successful. You have logged into the AWS console. Yes, I did. Manage console login successful. Region change successful. You have successfully logged your management console and search it also. So I did everything, whatever he asked. Good. I am done with the lab. So I finish this lab. Even though I don't finish it, what will happen? After 5 minutes, they give us 15 minutes only. Or else, if they don't give the time limit, right? What happen if I inadvertently open something or accidentally leave it there, right? So behind the scene, it will charge money for them because VisLab guys, they need to open a service with the AWS. So that's why they give us a time limit, like 15 minutes. We have to finish this exercise. So if I finish it before that, I can end it. If I don't finish it within 4 minutes, anyway, it will go away. Let's do one thing. We will talk about it a little bit, and let's watch it over. What will happen? Let's see. It automatically ends the lab. That's what I feel because let's see. Okay. So that is pretty much. Sorry if I go a little bit fast, but I will come up with more material. Even I could not prepare much today. There is a church anniversary. I had to step out. Yeah. Do you have any questions, please? But friends, I encourage you, take it as a challenge. That's why, almost all of you guys, I gave the free AWS courses and I told you guys, finish them as many as you can. That's okay. If you don't understand, that's okay. Because anyway, we will keep revisiting, keep discussing, keep doing hands on it. By that time, by another 1 month or 2 months, you know most of these concepts. One good thing is, you see me, right? Did I do any coding here? Just a matter of few clicks. I know people, they are from non-IT background, and many people are, they're really doing awesome job in cloud. Because cloud is such a wonderful concept, actually. Only you have to think, you have to spend a little time to get familiarized with all these concepts. Once you know all of them, it's very easy. And very high paying, actually, very high paying. In addition to cloud, there are few technologies. Josephine sister, I know you know that Docker and Kubernetes, right? But if it is like somebody is good with the AWS, Docker, Kubernetes, etc., wow, they're very high on the market actually. To find a
Yes,
resource,
brother.
yeah, all the skill set is really tough actually. Guys, do you have any questions? Please ask me. But I want to watch it over the 3 minutes and see that what happens there. Questions, please, please, please. Okay, my question, did you guys get it? Understand whatever I said? Did I go fast? Hello.
I think you pretty much the cover, brother, all the topics to
Yeah.
get into. Yeah.
Thank you, sis. I mean, the hands-on lab is very good actually. Friends, take it serious. Go to the Viz Lab, create your free account, and let us explore the lessons. So I strongly recommend you take those course actually. So that is really worth, whatever $30 or something. So that is really worth. Let's all target, AWS Cloud Practitioner certification. That's very good on your resume. Very good actually. I challenge you guys to go for it, and very helpful. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Just, I mean, you don't have to answer. You don't have to answer me on the call. Okay. Good. Okay. If you guys are good, okay. We will take it from there. Okay. Yeah. So, any questions? Anything? Sister Josephine, you want to add anything?
No, brother. I think the first day, whatever you cover is that's enough. I'm thinking.
Yeah, this is good enough, right? Yeah. That's what I will do. I will come up with the agenda and I will share like, few lessons. Today, I think I covered like 7 lessons as per their Viz Lab,
Yeah.
because those are like 5 minutes, etc. So anyway, when we explain that, right, it will take more than that.
Yeah,
But
when
hands,
creating the virtual machines and
yeah,
how to administer. Yeah. So
yeah,
then I think you need a lot of material.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah.
It will be a little bit, the more and more, we will get into there, right? Yeah. So, but it is,
Actually,
yeah, tell me, sister. Yeah.
actually, we to understand AWS, it is not a basic for a. I mean, first timer they need to know about what is a Linux, how to operate with the Linux commands and the console. They need to know a little bit about it. So
Yeah.
I think it is pretty much recommend everybody to know about how to work with a command line and with the Linux systems and Windows and how to do all the things. So but they need a basic knowledge of little bit this one, little bit that one, a programming language and everything that will help to understand AWS better.
Yeah. I mean, see, yeah, friends, she's correct actually. See, I think, hey, look at my, yeah, it automatically terminate me. Did you notice that? The lab actually terminated me. He took me back because once the time is over, if you see the right hand side, do you guys still see my screen?
Yes, brother.
Okay, so it automatically terminated me. It took me back after 15 minutes. So that is a max limit of 15 minutes. Duration is 15 minutes. Either we can terminate it or it automatically terminates after 50 minutes. Okay, that's good. Okay. Okay. Let me stop it actually. Stop the sharing and stop the recording. Then we can talk.